all you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business. Good morning, I'm Alex Matthew and this is the daily morning update from Bloomberg Quint. Today is the 31st of October. The liquidity crunch faced by non-banking financial companies overshadowed all other discussions at the meeting of the Fiscal Development and Stability Council on Tuesday. Representatives of the government told representatives of the Reserve Bank of India that the liquidity crunch shouldn't have spillover effects in other sectors. That's what a government official told reporters. The government is looking to sell up to 9% stake in Coal India over the next 2 days as it seeks to shore up its divestment revenue. It plans to sell 18.6 crore shares or 3% stake in Coal India via an offer for sale. And if the offer gets oversubscribed, the government can exercise a greenshoe option and sell an additional 6% stake. In other news, Dr. Reddy's Laboratories has said that its plant in Andhra Pradesh was audited by the US Food and Drug Administration, following which it received 8 observations. It's negative for the company because the plant had received a warning letter back in November 2015, and the latest Form 483 indicates that resolution is some time away. State Bank of India has halved its daily cash withdrawal limit for certain types of debit cards, which will be effective from today. The new withdrawal limit of 20,000 rupees a day has been set on SBI Classic and Maestro debit cards. Customers with other SBI debit cards can continue to withdraw higher amounts from ATMs. In earnings, Tech Mahindra's net profit met estimates aided by higher margins. It rose 18.5% sequentially to 1,064 crore rupees in the quarter ended September, in line with estimates. India's Environment Pollution Control Authority on Tuesday said private vehicles might just have to be stopped from plying in New Delhi if air pollution levels continue to worsen. In international news, Apple Incorporated overhauled 2 of its oldest Macs after sales of the company's personal computers fell to the lowest point since 2010 last quarter. On Tuesday, in Brooklyn, the technology giant debuted the new MacBook Air with a sharper screen and redesigned the Mac Mini desktop with a focus on professional users. Apple also launched new iPads, showing the company continues to spread its bets with gadgets beyond the key iPhone line. President Donald Trump's assertion that he can unilaterally end birthright US citizenship is likely to meet stiff resistance in the courts. The Supreme Court had said more than a century ago that with a few exceptions, the Constitution automatically grants citizenship to all children born in the US even if their parents aren't citizens. Although a handful of legal experts say Congress could pass a law to change that rule, it's a far cry from what the president asserts that he can do in an executive order. Plans by Germany's ThyssenKrupp AG and India's Tata Steel to set up a European steel company with equal shares of ownership face an in-depth European Union probe over concerns that the deal could reduce competition in the supply of various high-end steels. The European Commission said in an emailed statement on Tuesday that its initial probe raised several issues, especially relating to combining the company's offer of certain specialty flat carbon steel and electrical steel products. Oil slid to a 2-month low as escalating US-China trade tensions threaten global growth at a time when American crude inventories are swelling. Equity markets climbed in the US, bouncing back from a sell-off earlier in the week. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq ended higher by 1.6%, while the Dow climbed over 400 points. Early rises in Asia are buoyant as well. The Nikkei was trading with gains of over 1% last I checked. It's now over to Darshan Mehta for the trade setup for the day in India. Morning, Darshan. How's it looking today?
Hi, Alex. Good morning, everyone. It seems that it will be a decent start. Global cues are looking up. The SGX Nifty is also indicating a positive outlook at this point of time. But again, we're in the midst of the earnings season. 3 large Nifty companies come out with numbers today. Larsen & Toubro, Tata Motors and Vedanta. And a whole host of mid-caps including Adani Enterprises, Adani Power, AIA Engineering, Balrampur Chini, Canara Bank, Castrol, Dabur, HEG, Escorts, Lupin, Reliance Nippon Life, Sanofi, Strides Pharma, Syndicate Bank, and United Spirits. So all these companies will report numbers today. In terms of numbers after market hours, strong numbers were reported from Tech Mahindra. The margin surprise was there. Cummins India came out with very strong set of numbers. Bank of Baroda saw asset quality improve. TeamLease, Torrent Power, Container Corp, Axelia Kale, Merck, all these companies came out with strong set of numbers. The weak numbers were reported from Pidilite, Tata Global, Vakrangi and Borosil Glassworks. Mixed set of numbers from IRB Infra and Blue Star. While Manpasand, the financials look good, but there seems to be some bit of concern as far as the balance sheet is concerned. In terms of stocks that you need to watch out for, Dr. Reddy's has said that it has received a Form 483 with 8 observations by the US FDA at the Duvada plant, which is at Vishakhapatnam. Remember, this plant is under warning letter, currently doesn't export much, so there won't be any kind of financial impact, but yes, sentimental impact will certainly be seen on Dr. Reddy's. Coal India has said that the government to sell 3% stake with an oversubscription option of selling more than 6% stake as an OFS to the public. Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers enters into a contract with the Ministry of Defence for construction and delivery of 4 Surrey vessels for 2,400 crores, and Blue Star Board approves setting up of a new manufacturing facilities for water coolers and deep freezers in Maharashtra for 115 crores. But there's much more you need to know before trade actually starts. For that, log on to our website bloombergquint.com and click on the All You Need to Know tab and you'll be prepared for morning trade.
Thanks, Darshan. Well, that's all we have for you on this podcast. But as always, like Darshan says, there's a lot more on the website bloombergquint.com. So do check it out over the course of the day. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a great day.
Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, Don Bradman, and now Cyrus Brocha. Okay, probably not in the right company. I mean, Don Bradman is Australian. But it's called Cyrus Says, a wonderful show about everything. Find the show on the IVM Podcast app, ivmpodcast.com, or wherever you listen to podcasts.